Hey everyone, so this is my very first pregnancy vlog, so it's literally day 0 or day -0 up until 12 weeks or 3 months, whatever you want to call it, first trimester vlog. I just had to include these clips from The Sims because on May 2nd I was trying to manifest getting pregnant in the month of May, so I made my Sims family, even included the dogs, built a dream house and got my Sim pregnant, and what do you know? I got pregnant too in real life, so I just had to include it because I thought that was really cute. Hey lovelies, I hope you're all going well. I'm just at home by myself, so I thought I would, start this video off. It's, I think, May 10th, 2020. I have a feeling I might be pregnant, but I'm not sure. I've got slight cramping and it started last night. It feels similar to period pain, but not as severe. But in saying that, I had slight cramping around this time last month. I don't know. I obviously can't test yet. It'd be too early to tell if I am actually pregnant for an at-home pregnancy test. Oh, all I can think about is having a baby. I just want to have a baby. So that's where I've gotten to in my life now. It's just, that's the next step for me. I'll give you an update when I do a pregnancy test in 14 days. Oh, that's honestly the hardest part, is the waiting to see if you're pregnant. Anyway, I'll talk to you guys soon. Oh my God, honey, I think it's positive. Did you see a really thin blue, a really faint blue line?
Yeah.
I think it's positive. Oh my God.
Does it have to have times to get darker?
It apparently can be any colour, but if there's a line it means you're pregnant. Holy shit. Oh my God. There's a line. Honey. Oh my God. Lily and Mia, you're going to have a baby, brother or sister. Yay. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, I'm pretty sure it's a positive. And I felt kind of sick the last couple of nights. There's definitely a line. I don't know if they'll be able to see it on camera. There's definitely a very faint line. Holy shit. Oh my gosh.
I told you, remember the other night?
Oh, I'm so excited. I'm going to find this very hard to keep a secret for 3 months. I'm literally sitting here in bed in shock. Brett's gone to work. I just got a positive pregnancy test. You can only just see the line. You can't even see this video. There you go. You can just see it. But it's there. It's been 3 days since we found out we're going to have a baby. I'm so excited. I'm actually just waiting for a phone call from my GP at the moment to just find out what's next. I'm pretty sure I have to do a blood test and stuff, but I've been sort of just spending the last 3 days being I can't believe it, and Brett keeps saying to me, why can't you believe it? We were trying to have a baby. I'm I don't know, I just didn't think it was going to happen so soon. I think even though I was trying not to stress, I think internally, even though I wasn't acknowledging it, I was it's going to take so long to happen, it might not happen at all. And so I was a little bit stressed. But you were you're definitely pregnant.
I did it.
I did it. So we're just waiting for the doctor to call now, and I just figured I would give you guys a little update. I'll come back on and update you more once I've spoken to the doctor, and we'll go from there. But I've already had a haircut, so now he's happy to be on camera.
Fresh.
Hello, Hannah speaking. Hello, I'm great, thank you. How are you? I have some good news to tell you. I've got a positive pregnancy test. Thank you so much. So based on my last period and when I ovulated and everything, I'm still really early. But I just was, wanting to know what the next step was and what I had to do. I feel good. I feel the last sort of 5 days I've already had some mild, like I guess morning sickness, but it's kind of at any time of the day. And I felt a little bit bloated the last couple of days. So my normal GP has just referred me to a doctor that obviously specialises in prenatal care. So I've got an appointment in 2 weeks' time. So I won't have a blood test or anything like that until after that appointment, and I won't have my first ultrasound until I think I'm over 6 weeks anyway. Hey lovelies, I thought I'd do a little check-in because today I am officially 6 weeks, well at least according to my calculations. I've been using the app What to Expect, and it's so cool. It has so much information on there, and it gives you little updates of like what the baby is currently like in its growth stage and how big it is, and just lots of different advice and stuff. So I found that really helpful. I haven't had my official appointment yet with the baby doctor. That's on Wednesday next week, and it's currently Sunday the 7th of June. So I'm really quite anxious to have that appointment. I've been a little bit like of a worrywart and just thinking like I guess negative things, but it's kind of hard not to. So I'm just really eager to like get my bloods done, to have a scan and just make sure like the baby's okay, it's growing, it's got a heartbeat, and like we're all on the right track. Another thing too is like the week that I found out I was pregnant, I had like very strong like symptoms that very clearly was like, you are pregnant. Like I felt nauseous for a good like 4 or 5 days. I was having cramping and stuff like that, which I'm guessing was to do with like implantation and stuff. And then like after that, it just like, since I spoke to you guys last, it just totally dropped off. Like I stopped feeling like nauseous throughout the day. No more cramping since. I felt really normal. Like I don't feel like I'm pregnant. The only thing I've really noticed is my skin's still going crazy, and I'm feeling just generally fatigued from like the minute I wake up to the minute I go to sleep. Like it doesn't matter how good of a night rest I have, I still feel generally like overall pretty fatigued and tired. Yeah, I can't wait to be able to talk about it openly and not have to keep it a secret. I keep nearly letting it slip. At the moment, we've only told like our immediate family. Anyway, I have rambled enough. I just wanted to keep you guys updated. I'll check back in after I've had my appointment on Wednesday, and yeah. Hey lovelies. Okay, so it is July 3rd. It's nearly a whole month since I last checked in, and oh my gosh, it has been a month. So let me update you on everything that happened. So when I last checked in, I was telling you guys how I had a doctor appointment. Based on my estimations, I thought I was roughly 6 weeks at the time. I got there, that was fine. So I was like, oh, okay, so you don't do like a blood test or anything to confirm the pregnancy? And he's like, no, we usually just wait until the 10 weeks and then we do like bloods to check like all the genetic side of things, and we usually do your first ultrasound then. So he said, but while you're here, I do have like a little handheld machine. It's not like a normal ultrasound machine, but we can have a look and look for the heartbeat. And I was like, oh, okay, great. And straight away I could tell that like he was having a hard time finding something. And he was just like, okay, I can see a sac, but like I can't see a heartbeat. So that means one of two things. Either you're just earlier than what you thought you were, or the pregnancy has stopped progressing, which I'm guessing is just a less confronting term for miscarriage. Straight away in my head, I like was calm on the outside, but in my head I was like, oh my God, please don't tell me that this baby doesn't have a heartbeat. We sat down and we were just going through like the dates of my last cycle and when I thought I ovulated and stuff, and based on my dates, like I should have been about 6 weeks. And he's like, look, you could have just ovulated later in the month. I didn't actually do an ovulation test at the time. So I could have ovulated later in the month, like I don't know. So, and he's like, look, what I'm gonna do is I will order some blood tests then and we'll test your HCG levels. And he said, so you're gonna have one today and then come back in 3 days and have another blood test. And in 3 days, your HCG levels should effectively double this early in pregnancy. I kept my cool because I thought, yep, it's only a couple days and like he'll know the results literally in 4 days time. So I had the first blood test, I had the second blood test, I didn't faint. For those who don't know, I faint quite often at blood tests and things to do with needles and stuff. So I had both the blood tests, I was a trooper, but I started getting a little bit concerned just because I had had such strong symptoms initially that were like, you're pregnant. And then all of a sudden, like I felt fine other than being tired. So anyways, we got the blood test results back and my HCG hormone levels went from 25,000 to 35,000. So they didn't double, but they went up 10,000. And he said, you know, that's good. Like, that's a good sign. That's not a bad thing. They didn't double, but they still went up considerably. So I went online and I read some more and apparently like that was a good reading, which I guess reassured me a bit, but still in the back of my head, I was freaking out. But he asked me to come back 2 weeks after that so that he could get his little handheld machine and just double check for the heartbeat just to make sure everything was okay. And he just said to me, make sure you contact me immediately if you notice like any sort of spotting or bleeding or anything like that. And I was like, oh my gosh, is he worried that I'm like, even though I got a good blood test, is he still worried? Like, I don't know. And I guess I was just overreading things. So that 2 weeks in between having the blood test and waiting to go and check for a heartbeat, honestly, I stopped going on Pinterest and looking at baby stuff. But thankfully, we went back to the doctors and guys, I can't even tell you how much of a relief it was to see this. And I knew the doctor was relieved too. So he put the little Doppler thing on my tummy when I went back and the heartbeat, oh, guys, the heartbeat is so strong. And straight away he was like, oh my gosh, look at the heartbeat. It's so great. You can just see the little heartbeat flickering. And the doctor was just so happy. He's like, that's amazing. He's like, that is a great heartbeat. Like, you're fine, the baby's fine. So Brett and I literally like skipped out of the door, out of the doctor's surgery, like, oh, the relief, because honestly, I was freaking the fuck out. Like I was really freaking out. I've got a doctor's appointment on the 21st of July, so it's the 3rd of July now, so in a little over 2 weeks. And at that stage, I'll do more blood tests. They'll organise like my first proper ultrasound, which I'm hoping I'll be able to like record some of it for you guys. And I just hope everything's okay the next appointment. Pregnancy is so fragile and you just do not know what could possibly happen. I'm a worrywart, so I can't help but I think about all the good things, but I also think about all the what ifs and all the potentially bad things. Mum's like, oh God, I never used to think about those things when I was pregnant. And I'm like, yeah, I guess now we've got the internet at our fingertips. So not only do we have a lot of information, but we also have a lot of people's personal experiences. And I want to be educated on what's happening with my body, right? And what's happening with my baby. But at the same time, I think there's a fine line between knowing what's happening and knowing too much and it causing you to panic. I feel like I've fear-mongered myself, honestly, but it is what it is. Anyone who's experienced pregnancy, you'll have to let me know. Am I fucking crazy? Or did you guys feel like this too? Did you have the same like freakouts? I feel like I'm going to be one of those first-time mums that's just like super tweaked all the time, worried about everything, but we'll just see how it goes.
Oh, I'm gonna cry. Oh my god, is that its arm?
You
can really see your baby. Oh my god, look at it.
Let's move it around a bit and see if we can get a... Because we could see the head pretty well before.
Oh my god, that's crazy. It's like a little alien. Holy hell, that's so insane.
I'll just turn around sideways.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
There we
I
are.
go, oh my god. That's
Wow.
crazy.
Aren't we amazing creatures?
Oh my god, that's so crazy. Before it was literally just like a little flicker. Now it's like you can actually see a baby.
Looks like it's 12 weeks actually.
Hey everyone, so I have a bit of an update for you. So it's the 22nd of July. I had that doctor's appointment yesterday, the 21st of July, which was supposed to be my 10-week appointment. So I got there, the doctor did like all these checks, like check my blood pressure, weighed me, my heart, my breathing, all that, like the full proper go over, which he didn't actually do at any of the other appointments. So it was like my first official like introduction to you are pregnant appointment. And then you're meant to go away with your referrals for like your first lot of ultrasounds and genetic testing for things like Down syndrome and stuff. So anyway, I went to the doctors, and one of the first things he said when I got there was like, you're adamant that you're over 12 weeks, aren't you? And I said, yes, but you've been saying that I'm at least 2 weeks earlier than that. And I said to him, I still don't understand how that can be, because I am 99.9% sure of when I ovulated. I also felt implantation happening. I know I felt it. Like, I just know, you know, like mother's instincts, you know. So anyway, he's like, okay, look, I'll get my little machine out and I'll have a quick look, because I should be able to tell for sure now roughly how far along you are. So he got the little machine out, and what do you know? This little baby was 12 weeks and 4 days yesterday, which means 12 weeks and 5 days today. So I was right. So the tests that I have to have, which is the ultrasound and blood test, which they do the genetic testing for, just to double check if your baby has any genetic abnormalities or if they have Down syndrome or anything like that. You can only have that test up until you're 13 weeks and 6 days. I rang to book in. I can't get in until Tuesday next week, and I'm going to be 13 weeks and 4 days to the day. So I'm cutting it really fine. So I'm adamant that's the furthest along I should actually be. So it should all be fine. I am itching to tell people that we're pregnant. We've started telling more of our friends. I've got some family that I'll call during the week, and I think on the weekend I might like actually set up some balloons and stuff and take our announcement photos, but maybe hold off posting them until after we have our proper ultrasound on Tuesday. I'm not too sure, but I'll bring you guys along for my tongue and my brain and my words are not syncing, but I'll bring you guys along for the ride, whatever I decide to do.